Hello guys and welcome back. So today we are going over an insane amount of leaks. I don't know what happened yesterday, but leakers were just going back and forth, just releasing absolutely everything. So today we are going over the most amount of spoilers we've seen since the Chapter 6 roadmap leak. So we're actually going to get directly into it. So here's your warning. I'm going to count down from 3, 2, and 1, and afterwards we'll actually go over everything new. So 3, 2, 1. So that's your warning. Let's get into it with all the spoilers. So even more season 3 information has now been revealed. So we have obviously the Superhero Academy theme which was revealed yesterday. We have Midas that is now funding this Superhero Academy. We'll be seeing his return with some new styles. Superman will likely be the secret skin. He'll have a new power-up very similar to what we've seen with Godzilla. He will also feature the Fortress of Solitude point of interest that is now set to replace Masked Meadows. Robin is now a Battle Pass skin. This is now confirmed. Dago, the masked version of him, is now the main villain. And Car. Dago will also make an army of demons for next season. There will be a female Storm skin inside the Battle Pass, and she can turn to a Storm Beast / Storm Claws and has an invisibility portal. There will be a 0-point sprite. There is going to be a superhero end live event. There will be a new Utopia City location, and the bridge will actually get replaced. Some sort of movement will now be removed. I'm not really sure what kind of movement. It just kind of states movement removed. So that's already pretty insane. Some of the stuff is kind of vague, and we'll go over some other stuff that's currently rumored, but let's get into some other leaks. So season 4 leaks so far, the theme is set to be a bug invasion. So take that as you guys will. I'm not really sure what that exactly will entail, but I'm sure you guys can speculate in the comments below. Okay, this one is very far-fetched, but for some reason there's a lot of proof of it apparently. New mini-season Simpsons leak. So yes guys, this Simpsons. So it's supposed to be a Simpsons theme, and there will be a Springfield point of interest. This is supposed to be a mini-season. I really don't know why they're doing an entire Simpsons mini-season. Perhaps we'll be seeing some more cartoony collaborations actually a part of this, but so far the main theme is Simpsons for a mini-season. I don't know, man. It's very weird. And then all the way to Chapter 7, we have some new Chapter 7 leaks. So Season 2 of Chapter 7 will be a Norse theme, and there will be a dark presence with a villain throughout the entire chapter. Okay, so let's get into some other stuff that's been removed and rumors. So according to Lulu, he says the following major things have now been removed from this list. The entire Star Wars section, which actually refers to essentially the lightsaber pickaxes. According to insiders, there was never actually a plan to bring lightsaber pickaxes into the Battle Pass. However, they do mention that it's supposed to be a mid-season update, which would mean we could be seeing this by next week. And they also note if it does not come in a mid-season update, we are not going to be seeing them at all whatsoever. They're probably scrapped. No mention of Reality Warriors. Apparently, this was a theory according to the Raging Reaper. So yes, no Reality Warriors. No mention of the Amber Herald, which is most likely another theory. So apparently a new Herald version, or like the Chrome Woman, I think, was supposed to come back. The Springfield map was now adjusted to Springfield point of interest for the Simpsons mini-season, my bad. No more mention of Chapter 7 Season 1 being a gala / city life theme. So that was currently a rumor. And no more mention of the one of the 3 big factions returning in Chapter 7, confirmed to be just a theory by the Raging Reaper. So even still, some of the stuff may be confirmed and it might be rumors. So take all this stuff with a grain of salt. You see numerous times here on the channel that when a leaker talks about something, sometimes it just doesn't come to the game. Like whether it be scrapped, accidentally misinterpreted, stuff like that. So take everything with a grain of salt. Do not get too excited. And the same can be said for those lightsaber pickaxes. I know everybody wants a lightsaber pickaxe, but still, it's very likely that it's probably not coming. On top of all the stuff, we even have some more stuff. So apparently Chapter 7 Season 1's mini-season is also speculated to be a Marvel theme and feature Symbites. And there's also 2 other leaks that are actually pretty big, so possible OG leak. Apparently after Chapter 1 Season X, aka Season 10, we will be seeing, well, Chapter 2 OG. So as you guys know, right now, we are now going through every single season up until Season X, and then afterwards in the Chapter 1 island, we'll be seeing the Chapter 2 map go through, well, every single season, and then we'll get to Chapter 3, Chapter 4, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's actually pretty likely. It just kind of seems like that's what Epic Games plans on doing anyway. I mean, they brought back the Chapter 1 island. They're going through every single season. Why not go to Chapter 2, as that was the next major phase for Epic Games? So yeah, it makes a lot of sense right there. On top of all this stuff, apparently during Chapter 7, we'll be seeing the return of concerts. And again, as you guys can definitely note, every single one of these posts says this info is not confirmed. This info comes from an insider that said stuff right some weeks ago, but as always, take the stuff with a grain of salt. So we could be seeing again concerts now returning during chapter 7, but again, that is not confirmed. So again, don't get too excited. Okay, so pause. Even more stuff has now come out about next season. So breaking, hero abilities will be coming in the game next season. They drop out of chest, supply drops, and even on the floor loot. These items spawn out of chest and supply drops just like weapons. This means you can only receive the ability, mats, and a consumable, no guns or ammo. We should see around 8 abilities throughout the season. And on top of this, even more information. So new superhero items coming next season. Leakers found some proof in the files, and I heard these powers coming soon. There's a total of 7 of them. So we have powers for Robin, Superman, and a storm portal, which will allow you to place a 2-way portal. Other stuff found in the files can be storm claws and even storm juice. So that's all stuff also coming in chapter 6 season 3. Definitely curious, what do you guys think? And that is pretty much the end of all the leaks. You know, that's the rumors, that's stuff that's somewhat confirmed, but as always, take it with a grain of salt. Anyway guys, right now today the kit car has now been decrypted. If I have some early gameplay, I'll put it now in the background video. Fortnite is now reaffirming their return to the US phones this week. We are full speed ahead to bring Fortnite to iPhones and iPads in the next upcoming week. Okay, so for those who play on iOS, still get excited for that. And I'll say besides today's small content update where they added 2 force abilities, that is pretty much it. I'm definitely curious as far as how you guys feel about all this stuff. I mean, that was like a crazy amount of leaks, and all this stuff came out apparently due to FMBR intel and somebody else arguing back and forth and finally being like, you know what, I'm tired of you guys gatekeeping. Here's every single leak. But at the same time, I don't really know what exactly would happen. So that's kind of the gist of what I've got from Twitter right here, or X. But yeah, definitely curious to see what you guys think. I will see you guys in the next video where perhaps we'll be seeing even more leaks tomorrow. So make sure you guys subscribe.